Trading is like a puzzle with many different pieces in many different places. Only if you put every piece in its exact spot, you will be able to see the bigger picture. But with trading, it all starts with one single piece. It's the biggest piece of your entire puzzle and you have to put it in the middle. And basically every other piece is aligned with this center piece, and if anything but the center piece is not in place, you will simply fail. This is just the one thing which separates the 1% of traders who are consistently able to print millions of dollars year after year after year from all the other 99% of traders who are barely making any money. The crazy thing right here is that literally nobody is talking about this one thing. You see it everywhere, you hear it everywhere, but nobody is paying attention just to this big piece. No, I'm definitely not talking about your trading strategy, your psychology, or your mindset. I mean, you hear those buzzwords literally everywhere on the internet, but this is not the one thing which separates the 1% from the other 99%. Those big traders basically perfectly aligned every other piece around this center structure. And that's why they are able to print millions of dollars year after year over the next 10 to 50 years. You might be asking yourself right now, well, Philip, how did you actually find out about this one thing? And in order to share this with you, I have to tell you a little story. It basically all starts in the beginning of 2020. 5 years ago, when I actually started trading, I thought that it's all about the right trading strategy, and once I find this trading strategy, it's just a matter of a couple of weeks until I will make tens of thousands of dollars every single month. Fast forward 1.5 years, and in mid-2021, I then figured out my current swing trading approach. I was a profitable trader, but I was still not making millions of euros every single year. So back in 2021, I then realized that your trading strategy and even psychology or mindset cannot be the things which actually separate me from these 1% of traders. I really had everything in place, and I was still wondering why I was not able to make 6 or even 7 figures on just a single trade. Ever since back in mid-2021, I then found out about this one thing. My trading basically changed completely, and ever since I've been focusing on just building this one thing. This one thing has basically helped me to grow my entire trading account for the past 4 years. Since mid-2021, I was able to close out every year in profit by just focusing on this one thing. If you don't believe me, let's just take a quick look at Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. You all know these people. I have the book right here in the corner, and also in the book, it's described how Warren Buffett just followed this one thing, which made him one of the wealthiest person on this planet. In the beginning, obviously, Warren Buffett also had nothing. He had the skill set which allowed him to actually pick the right stocks and hold them for the right period of time. But he was still not a billionaire after just 2 years of doing his trading. Same thing basically with Charlie Munger. When he met Warren Buffett, he was still not a millionaire, but they together focused on just this one thing, which allowed him to be billionaires by the age of 50. And since Warren Buffett is now actually a multi-billionaire, it's pretty obvious why he's able to make hundreds of millions of dollars on just a single trade. Ladies and gentlemen, the one thing which I'm talking about is actually capital. Nobody ever speaks about their trading capital. Everybody just shows you the 6 or even 7-figure wins, but if you just imagine that somebody is trading with $10 million and they are showing you a $100,000 profit, it's still just 1% of their account. I have been shouting from the rooftop in my free elite trading community that the only way how you can actually become a consistently profitable trader is by first building up your trading account. Primarily focusing on building up your trading account actually has 3 major benefits which will all impact the profitability of your trading significantly. First of all, if you do have a massive trading account, and I'm talking about $500,000 or euros plus, better even 7 figures, you will simply take less trades. It's just very simple. Obviously, if we're looking at the percentages, you're still risking only 1 to 2% of your account. But 1% of €1,000,000 is 10,000 euros, so it's literally enough for you to take one good trade every single month and then it's enough to cover all of your bills, and you will even be left with some profits. Therefore, this just allows you to focus on the high quality setups. You don't need to worry about any short-term or any crappy setups, because it's enough for you if you just have one winner every single month. Furthermore, you also don't need a lot of leverage if you actually enter a trade. Obviously, if you do have €1,000,000 to trade with, you don't need any external capital and you will still have significant wins. But since you're not using any external capital, nobody will basically bother you with any swap fees or any interest which you have to pay if you were to actually borrow money from, for example, a bank. And then obviously your emotions will also play a less significant role, because you're still, for example, risking €10,000 on a single trade, but now it's just 1% of your trading account, compared to when you're trading with €20,000, just 50% of your account. You will be much more relaxed and you don't really care about losing €10,000 because it's still just 1% of your account. I could basically talk the next 20 minutes about how you can actually go ahead and scale your trading account, but that's certainly a topic for a different video, which I will also cover in the future, trust me. Going back to these multi-millionaire traders, obviously again you're seeing these 6 or even 7-figure wins, but if they do have 7 or even 8 figures to trade with, you just have to see it in proportion. It's the same thing as if you are trading with €20,000 and you're having a good trade making €500. They are trading with €1,000,000 and they are making €50,000 on a trade. This is now just actually very important, because I'm telling you to focus on building up your trading account. But this does not mean that you should now go ahead and neglect all of your trading. You should never neglect your trading strategy, your psychology, or your mindset, because once you actually build up a sizable trading account, then all of these other pieces will perfectly align, and voila, you will make millions of euros trading. The best time to basically start building your trading account is simply right now. And obviously it will take a couple of years until you actually have 6 or even then 7 figures to trade with. But it's definitely worth the struggle, because this is basically how everybody got from 0 to making 5, 6, 7 figures on their trades. As I mentioned, I will cover the different ways of how you can actually scale your trading account also with trading in a separate video, but obviously you should not neglect your trading. If you need any help with that, you can just click the first link in the description and join my free trading community. There I share what it's like to actually be a swing trader, also how I am personally just focusing on making money apart from trading, and I'm not trying to get rich quick, and I'm not also trying to become a full-time trader. Just click the first link in the description. I'll see you there. Focus on making money apart from trading. I will see you in my next video. Keep your long-term vision.